shoestring, I'm forever in the loop. And squad up, baby, I'm forever with that group. And that chopper put them hula hoop holes through your coupe. I'm all about the guap, my hustle is the truth. Papaya on my mama, miss you like a loose tooth. And ever since you left, ain't been right with the group. And I still check on mom's, miss your name in the booth.
What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Hey, yo, it's Nate Dogg 916 coming at you live from Sacramento. Hey, how y'all doing today? First and foremost, hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell if you want to keep seeing this fire content, man. And if you got somebody or something that you think would make an impact on the youth of today, or even people that have made mistakes before and trying to better their life, hit me in the comments, man. Or if you think you know somebody whose story would shed some light on this situation of struggle, hit me in the comments and I'll get back at you. And if I don't get back at you there, hit me at my Instagram at nate.dog916. And I'll definitely get back at you. And if you don't get me, hit Sandman2788 and we'll get back at you, man, because I definitely want to help, and I definitely hope that I can. For those, a real quick introduction for those who don't really know who I am, but you're new to the channel, because I have a lot of new subscribers lately. Thank you for joining the Kennel. I call it the Kennel because I believe that no matter our race, no matter our upbringing, no matter where we grew up, I believe that we're all dogs trapped in this kennel that I call the world. This world that I call the kennel, excuse me. And I believe that the best way for us to survive this thing is to work together. Pit bulls, German shepherds, Maltese, pugs, bullies, whatever, it don't matter. I believe that the best way to survive this stuff is to help feed off each other and work with each other. You know, I mean, I personally feel like that. That's my personal belief. For those of you who believe in that as well, or believe that's a possibility, come along. If not, push. Head to other channels that you guys can be listening to. But I salute you for showing up to mine. Also, a little bit about me. My name is Nate. I go by Nate Dogg 916 on the YouTube channel. I just go by Nathan in real life. Nate Dogg 916 is a YouTube channel. I am a formerly incarcerated individual. I did serve approximately 16 years and 10 months. I usually just say 17 years in the California Department of Corrections, level 4, the whole time. Some of my time was spent on this actually yard that you see behind me, which is California State Prison, New Folsom. It's a level 4 yard. Currently, I've been out and free for almost 6 years now, and working and surviving and flourishing and trying to spread the message that we can all do it. You know, I mean, every person you see behind me, I hope and pray that one day they can get out and do their thing. You know what I mean? If they holler at me, I'm going to be here. You know what I mean? If they know me. If they don't, you know, it's cool too. You know what I mean? I remember running those tracks with dudes like that. I remember up there on them bars. I remember playing basketball in that exact same basketball court. You know, exact same one. You know, so, you know, the struggle's real. You know, the struggle's real, but it's just, a battle is a battle. We're here for the war. You feel me? You know, so I just want to come on here. I like to share prison stories, interviews, personal thoughts and beliefs about stuff. But one of my main things is that we can't, as a people, whether you're women, male, female, incarcerated, never been incarcerated, rich, poor, whatever. If you've been through some kind of struggle in your life, my main message is to try to make people understand that you can come back from that. You can still be prosperous from that, you know? And you know, I just wish that people could come along, man. And if you believe in the message, and if you please share it on your social media platforms, share it on, you know, I mean, share it with your friends. You can go in the description of my video, and I have or some of my videos. Check me out at Nate Dogg 916 on YouTube. You could see links to merch, to t-shirts, leggings, hats, whatever, you know what I mean, decals. For your vehicles, man. Spread the word, man. If you believe in what I'm talking about, spread the word for me. And for those of you guys who want to help out the channel, for if you haven't heard before, I don't have a Patreon and I don't have a membership situation because, and simply because, I don't believe that I want to charge people for the things I have to say. I don't believe I should charge you for coming and listening to me talk. Yes, it does take my time, but that's okay because I get a labor from that. And I get my blessings from that, you know what I mean? But yes, this stuff does cost. And if anybody that is willing to help, you can also see my PayPal and my Cash App in the description as well as just buy merch. You know, I get paid off the merch. You know, not as much, but I get paid off the merch. But once again, like, it's not necessary to see the videos. That's just if you feel it in your heart that you want to help out, do so. I'm not sitting here saying, please help me pay my bills at home and none of that, because I actually work and I can handle that. I got that under control. But I'm saying that just understand that any money that is donated to the channel will be used for the channel. But thank you. Today I want to get on the mentality of that people have towards prisoners and ex-convicts. And I don't think that a lot of people understand that people in prison are more than just a CDC number. We're more than just the people that committed a crime. Google Prison Music Project, and you'll see a music CD that we got coming out soon of music created and mostly all written by incarcerated or formerly incarcerated individuals, and produced and put to music by professionals out here. But it's, you know, it's to support the prison, that help the prison movement. You know what I mean? To start changing, to help the arts and corrections and stuff like that. Because so many people in prison are looked at as just a criminal. I'm much more than just the person who committed that crime back in '96. You know, I'm not that person anymore at all, actually. Did I do things in my life that I had to defend? Absolutely. But we passed that, you know. So understand that my channel is here to preach positivity. I do tell stories about prison, but I tell stories about prison to help people realize that in some situations, these are things we had to make it through. These are the things that made us think the way we think in certain instances. You know, like, say, for instance, if I was on that hill right there, that would be the wrong place for me to be, in prison. Because as you can see, those are Mexicans all right here. You know what I mean? So that's their area. You know what I mean? So it's not appropriate for me to walk in that area, right? But over there, I can walk all freely as much as I want, because that's the black area. And it just helps you guys understand that we're not necessarily racist in prison. It's just racially segregated in prison. And I, like I said, I'm a mixed male. I'm half black, half white, but I ran as a black individual in prison because that's what I identify as. That's what I've been all my life. I grew up in the ghetto. I was a gang member. I was a gang banger. I'm still a gang member, obviously, all my life. That doesn't change. But my point is just coming on here and helping to share some stories to hope that you guys can actually want to do better, you know what I mean, and need to do better. You got to be a point where you need to, not just, I think I'm going to. You got to get out there and go do it. You know what I mean? You can't wait for somebody, you can't wait for somebody to hand it to you. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, nobody gave me this. Nobody gave me my life. I went out here and took it. I went out here and worked hard and built up my background and my work history and all that till I could get to a career that I was okay with. And then this came up after that. You know, this YouTube thing. I started this after that with my free time. You know what I mean? Like, today is my day off. I come, I make videos. You know what I mean? I do stuff. I haven't made a solo video in a while, so excuse me for slacking. But a little story. People been asking for a little story about stuff that happened to me before prison. So I'm going to give you a little story about the day I think I gave the story about how I committed my crime on Big Herc 916 channel, the Fresh Out series. Go check that out. It's a 45-minute video if you're interested. Big Herc 916. Let me give a couple shout outs before I tell this story. Definitely want to send a shout out to Big Kirk 916, of course. I want to send a shout out to Dirty Weather 916. Big shouts out to Joey SGV, Free from Fetters Grove. Go check out his channel. I'm not gonna go down a whole list of people I want to send shots out, but I do want to send another shout out to Zad Trece or Neil to Zad Trece on his IG. So it's ZODTRECE, I think. Yeah, Trece. I want to send a shout out to Zad. Bro, you know what it is. Salute, man. We done messaged a couple times, so it's big salutes, brother. You keep pushing your line, man. I salute that, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that somebody's staying solid till they get down, and I respect that you rocking double S. Period. You know what I mean? Straight up. I hope you understand what I mean, bro. Because if you watch this, but big shots out to Neil Zod. Big shots out to K2K Travi. Keep doing your stuff, bro. Keep making that music. Keep getting that keep keeping that pressure gang going. Getting that money. We doing reps, not texts. You know what I mean? We get money. Keep it going, brother. Salute. You know what I mean? Another brother that's representing that double S. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm from Del Paso Heights, California. Like I said before, I'm a blood, a blood gang member. I'm not a gang banger. Please, let's not get it misunderstood. I'm not out in the streets banging. I'm 40 plus. I'm more of a dad and a parent now, and somebody that's trying to mentor kids and go to football games and teach kids how to play sports and give them something else to do with their energy other than hurting each other. You know what I mean? And that's what my main thing is now. So yeah, like I said, a couple shout outs. Do I need to send a shout out to anybody else right now? Demigod Dex 700 always. Go check out the music. If you like my intro music, you can always see it on Demigod Dex 700 on YouTube. My guys is coming in, they're showing up, you know what I mean? Big shots out to Taco. Big shots out to everybody that bought shirts and bought merch, Taisha, the wifey, my niece piece, Amanda, Renee, Diamis. If you're watching this, these are shots out. I told people I'd give shots out for people that bought merch. Gabe, Gabe 718? Gabe 718. Duncan Decals. Thank you for the decals. Another shout out goes to Hood Defense Clothing. Thank you for tapping in. Another shout out goes to Dirty Weather 916 because the brother actually asked me about how he can get a shirt. You know what I mean? He got his own merch. You know what I mean? And I salute the homie. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to give one of his for that. But yeah, shout out to everybody that bought merch. If I didn't say your name, oh yeah, Taco and his wife both got merch. If I didn't say your name, please forgive me because I'm coming off the head. I don't got no notes or nothing wrote down. I will later. But good looking out, for supporting me, man, and helping support the kennel, man. We're gonna keep it going no matter what's going on in this world. We're gonna stay rocking the same way we've been rocking. Let me see. So a little quick story for you guys. Thanks for tuning in this long. I got to get the minutes in there. You know what I mean? Now I'll give you guys a little story about from my childhood, and we're gonna go back because the subs of mine that already know asked me to go back and start from the beginning. So let's say the first time that something happened to me in my life, I'll share that story. It's kind of crazy, but so I'm like 4 years old, and that ain't even. I'm not even gonna tell that story. I'm sorry. I'll switch to the story of the Russian. People ask me about the story about the Russian. Okay, so I'm dealing drugs on the streets, and I go to a gentleman's house. We'll just call him D for the sake of this story because I'm not gonna say the man's real name. He's probably got a wife and family or something by now. But I was dealing drugs, and this individual owed me money, and I came to his house, and he didn't have my money, and I was like, okay, so when you gonna have my money? You know, at this time, I'm professional. I'm just talking. And I'm talking a little aggressively, but I'm like, bro, I need my money. He's like, all right, I'll have it tonight. I said, what time tonight? When are you gonna have my money? He said, I'm gonna have it by midnight. No, I'll have it by like 8 or 9ish, whatever. I said, okay, listen, I'll be here at midnight exactly. Midnight. Because you got to remember, in this lifestyle, everybody's up all night. I'm selling drugs all night. They doing drugs all night, right? So I said, I'm going to be back at midnight. Have my money. Because you said tonight, so I'm letting you dictate the terms, right? So you said midnight. You said tonight, so I'm going to be back at midnight, which is officially the next day. So you should have my stuff by then, right? Yeah, I'll have it. Okay. So I come back at 11:30, right? So in my mind, it's like throw you off, not knowing you exactly when I'm gonna come. And I walk in the door. I just walk in, right? And it's meth smoke all in the air, right? So I'm like, okay. So I go back out. I'm like, hey, open some windows up, man. So they open some windows up, let it air out. And I don't know if it's meth smoke or meth smoke combined with weed smoke or what it was, but it was cloudy in there, right? Because I don't even know if meth smoke stays in the air or disperses or what. But I know it was smoky in there, right? So I go back outside and I ask them to open up some windows. They open some windows. I come walking back in. Now, D is sitting on the couch here. Next to him is another, a Russian individual. Then on another couch, okay, so there's one couch this way, another couch this way, right? So another couch this way. So on the other couch, there's another gentleman, and then another guy that I know. We're going to call him Jay because I know Jay. So we're going to say Jay. It's not his real name. Jay's sitting here, right? So I go to D. I'm like, there. He's sitting on the couch. I'm like, where's my money at, bro? Oh, I don't got it yet. Okay, now note that when he's telling me this, I already come into the house and you guys are doing drugs and smoking. So obviously somebody spent some money, right? So he's sitting on the couch. So I, irritated, of course, I take my right leg and I kick him across his face, right? And when I kick him across his face, he fall off the couch and fall onto the floor, right? So I grab him by his throat and lift him. And I didn't notice out the side of my eye, the Russian guy jump up, right? Like, hey, man, relax. Well, when he jumped up, the other individual, Jay, hopped up. Jay knows me. He ain't my homie, but he knows me, right? So Jay jumps up and he rushes dude. So when he rushes dude, I'm like, what happened? He tried to come from behind. I'm like, what? So I slam D on the ground. And then now my focus is on this Russian dude. Like, you try to do what? So he got a leather jacket on and some Nike Air Maxes. And, you know, he had a nice little car outside with beat in it and stuff. So I'm like, oh, so you want to get involved in my business with this guy. Okay, how about this? So we get to mauling this individual, right? Mauling meaning, you know, get on him like two wild wolves, right? So we own him, strip him out the jacket, strip him out the shoes. He ran up out the house leaking, whatever. We whooping him, all the stuff, right? So I take his car keys. So I tell the youngster, man, the youngster Jay say, I want the beat out the car. I'm like, okay, whatever. I ain't tripping. So I just said, okay, well, I had stripped him of his money and his leather jacket and his shoes. I'm like, here, you got the leather jacket and the shoes. I'll just keep his cash, bro. Go get that beat out the car and get up out of here. Like, leave the car somewhere. Don't keep the car because you can get a stolen car charge, right? He's like, oh, yeah, I got you. So I go do my thing. You know what I mean? I go back out to the heights. When I get arrested finally on my charge, they ad book me on another charge. And I'm like, what's this, right? So the charge includes carjacking, robbery, and battery, I believe. Yeah, battery. And I'm like, well, I'm looking at my paperwork and I see that what happened was that the Russian dude when he ran out, I left. I didn't know. He ran out, he went to the store next door to the apartments and he called the police. And he called the police and said he was at the store in his car using the payphone. And I came up, me and this other individual came up and we robbed him for everything and carjacked. This is the story he told, not that he was in the house smoking dope and got involved in some stuff and got stripped. He didn't tell that part. He ran and called the police and said he got robbed at the store. He was just stopping at the store. Okay, so I'm like, they don't know who I am. The Russian dude didn't know my name. Nobody knew my name out there anyway. But Jay knew my name. So come to find out, Jay was driving around in that same car and got arrested, right? Pulled over for stolen vehicle, carjacking, all this stuff, right? So what they did is when he got arrested, it was like, who else is with you? And he was like, boop, 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 boop. And I got the paper. I had the paperwork, all this, right? He said that was Nate. Nate did all that. I was scared. That's why I helped him. But like when they caught him with the car, like it had all his stuff in the car. Like he was like it was his car. He had pictures of his kids, his baby mom, all this stuff in the car. So they catch you with this and you say it's all mine. Like, and they still like ad book me for it, right? And used him as a witness against me, gave him a year deal to testify against me when they actually did catch me, right? And the cold part is he gave testimony and everything, and then I took a deal on some other stuff and and that got dismissed. So that just shows you how one little drug debt, you know what I mean? And the message from this, because I always try to find a message in all my stories, right, is don't think that a little drug debt and you think, oh, they got this coming because it's a debt and that can turn into something that can lead you into a life sentence in prison. Me just trying to collect some money, ended up having to beat this guy up and stripped him out of anger. And he went, instead of being a gangster about it and living in the lifestyle that you were already in, you decided to go to the police and pretend now that you're a citizen, that you're a regular citizen, right? And that's what you chose to do. So make sure you're careful in life, whether you're in the street life or in the regular square life like myself. Please do not loan money if you can't afford to loan that money. If you can't afford to lose it, don't loan it. You know what I mean? If you can't afford to gift it, don't give it. Let me rephrase that. If you can't afford to gift it, G-I-F-T, don't give it, G-I-V-E. You know, because there's emotions involved. Money is one of the biggest breakers of marriages, friendships, relationships, period. Money is a very big determiner of relationships going down the drain. So be very careful. I'm not saying don't put any stock in money, because we do need money to survive these days, but don't make it to where if you are willing to do something to somebody, if they don't give it back to you, don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. If you think you're going to have to do something to that person, don't give it to them. See, the mindset I had back then is I didn't care if I had to do anything to you. You either going to give me my money or I'm going to do it to you. That's part of this lifestyle. So, you know, I wasn't really worried about it. But understand that that's not society now. You know, that's not society. That's not how it works. Because look what can happen. You can think this dude is sticking to the street code and he ain't going to go to the police. And what happens? They go to the police. So I'm not going to make this too long. I just wanted to make a solo video with this little green screen background. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification. Tell people about my channel, man, please. Let's get my subs up to 5,000, man. We close. Let's get them subs up, man. Tell your friends about it, man. You know what I mean? And no matter what you do, period, man, stay loyal. Stay loyal. Thank you for tuning in.